Welcome to On TV. Hi, I'm Val Cole, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about the Rotary Club. Did you know that it is the biggest service organization in the world? It's incredible, and its members are people just like you, neighbors, community leaders, global citizens, all united for the common good, believing in service above self. And one of their biggest fundraising events of the year is happening on Saturday, November 23rd, and of course, I'm talking about the live Rotary Auction. And here to discuss all the exciting details are Jan Lyall and Bill Boyd. Thank you both for being in the studio with us today. Bill, the history of the Rotary Club goes much farther, the tentacles stretch much farther than I think most people realize. Tell me a bit about that.
Well, it's almost like a secret, because many people, when you ask about Rotary, say, what's Rotary? Well, we have about 1.2 million members around the world, 35,000 clubs in 167 countries, and a little known fact, we are actually a founding member of the United Nations and have a non-government voting seat. So, Rotary is big, but Rotary is also very small too. And our local clubs all work fairly independently to do what we have to do to serve our community, at the same time supporting the international organization. The biggest event that we've been doing for the last 30 years is the eradication worldwide of polio. And it has drawn in governments from around the world. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has donated in excess of $500 million towards the cause. We have put in ourselves in excess of $1.2 billion over those 30 years. So this is Rotary in a snapshot. It's a great organization, and we're happy to be part of it.
No kidding. Jan, I mean,
pretty
it
awesome.
Feels pretty good to be part of this organization.
It is.
How many Rotary clubs do we have in the GTA?
It would be in excess of 100 now, taking in the whole area of the GTA and all the outlying areas.
Okay, the Rotary Auction. A lot of people look forward to it every year because we get amazing deals on amazing items. I don't know how you guys find all these things. We'll get to those items in a little bit. This has been mostly on cable for the last number of years. Is that right?
Yes.
We've been doing our auction for 39 years. This is our 39th year. When Rogers folded its tent and would not do community television anymore, we had to find an alternative, and we've now gone into live streaming. And this is our second year of live streaming.
Well, that's perfect. That's kind of the way the world is going anyway. So that means people can bid on items from just about anywhere. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct. And that has just widened our base so much so. I mean, last year we had calls from people calling from North Bay, and even some from the upper northern United States. And we can ship. I mean, a lot of them were certificates, so they had family here they wanted to send something to through the auction. And so it's fabulous. It's our way of the future.
It sure is, which means you can continue to raise money for all those great causes. Do you know how much money you've raised over the years?
It's well in excess of $5 million.
Mm-hmm. Is there a goal in mind for this year?
Well,
no. It depends on how the items go and how many items we finally end up with, and we're still receiving items. Mm-hmm. So we will be doing a final count this weekend, but every club, of which there are 3 that are involved with this auction, are still out there beating the bushes and getting more items, which are all donated.
Yeah. The more items, the more money we can bring in. So, and of course, all the funds go back out into the community, into our organizations that we support locally, and also internationally. Water and sanitation, and the polio program. There's many projects. We also do literacy projects around the world. And, locally, the Children's Breakfast Club, I mean, the seniors, I could just go on and on. But this money goes out and supports all of that. And, of course, without, people phoning in and bidding, and without having the items, that means, less that we can put forward in our effort to help around the world and locally.
I liked how you put it earlier, Bill. You're big because you're everywhere in the world, but you're small, too, because you're helping people right around the corner from you and I.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to be finding out what those items are in a second here. Who are the people donating these items? Where do the items come from?
Well, they come from all over. I mean, the Rotary clubs, the 3 that are participating, of course, we put our fingers out into the community and just to gather whatever we can. We do have some major sponsors that have stepped up huge, and we really have to acknowledge them, such as the Park Property Management, Remax Hallmark, that stepped up huge, TELUS, Longan Alarms, Donway Ford Sales. You know, these are people who have been supporters of ours for a very long time. And Brook Restoration, they haven't just come on this year, they are every year. When is your auction? What can we give? We're just so thankful that they're willing to be major sponsors in the event. So that gets us going. And then from there, it's just really going to your local, my favorite local bistro, and my favorite RMT gal, and you know, you just ask around, and everybody is so wonderful about, absolutely, I will, you know, donate. So that's how we get our items, one item at a time.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, Bill, you stick around. We're
All
going to
right.
bring in one of your newer members here in a second to talk about these fantastic items. And Jan, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, and I just say to everyone out there, mark it on your calendar, the 23rd of November, 10 a.m. till midnight. Lots of fabulous items, and do your Christmas shopping. It'll be great. Thank you.
Good idea. We'll be right back. Welcome back to On TV. I'm Val Cole, and we're talking about this year's upcoming live Rotary auction. It's always a big event every year. It's exciting, and we're thrilled that it's happening on November 23rd, so mark it on your calendars. Bill Boyd joins us again from the East York Rotary Club, and you've brought one of the newer members. This is Lita Button. Now, Bill's been at this for something like 23 years. You're one of the new bodies at the Rotary, and that must be so much fun for you to be joining this established club that has such rich history.
Yes, it's been an amazing experience for the last year, Val. I've been a member for just over a year, and this will be my second participation in the online Rotary auction. And it's very dynamic, very engaging, and there's a lot of amazing items for people to shop early for Christmas, have their family. It's often, I've heard through the grapevine, through different members in East York, North York community, that it's a big gathering for the day. People get their food, they sit down in front, and they do their bidding quite frequently, and call their friends and that, letting them know what items are available to help out the local community of East York.
And it's incredible. We were talking earlier about the fact that these items are all donated, but who is giving us these items? Who are these generous people?
The items are donated from many different small businesses, big businesses in the East North York location, mom and pop shops, local restaurants, local spas, many different gift certificates in that, as well as there's travel packages. And rumor has it there's apparently a good pair of NBA Raptors tickets that are up for auction this year.
Exciting!
Very exciting.
You're still getting new people every year finding out about the Rotary auction. So let's walk through some of the details. How do I watch?
Well, the main website is rotaryonline.auction. If you go to that, then that will link you with the service providers for the live streaming.
Perfect.
And then it has all the information on it. It's very simple.
All right, I'm watching, I'm excited, I find something that I want to bid on. Now what do I do?
You pick up the phone and you bid.
Okay, so we still have to get on the phone.
You get on the phone and you bid, and we have quite a comprehensive system that's in place. And yes, your bid is logged, and the blocks last 10 minutes. Once the block is finished, the items are gone, and whatever the last bid is, that will be the successful bidder.
Okay, and that's just cut and dry. That way everybody understands what the rules are. Is there a minimum bid that we need to be thinking about?
Depends on the item. Some customers request, or some donators request, a minimum bid. If it's a very valuable piece of art, for instance, you don't want to give away a piece of art that's worth $1,000 for $50. So a minimum bid will be put in, but under normal circumstances, most people donate the items and there's no minimum bid.
People understand, they just jump in and get the ball rolling. You gave us the heads up about the Raptors tickets. what are some of the other great things we can look forward to?
Well, do you like to eat out, Val?
Do I like to eat out? Of course.
Yes, many people do, right? It's a very social gathering. Well, there's a number of different restaurants that are donating tickets for gift cards to go and eat out. Do you get cold in the winter, Val?
Every year I get a little colder.
Well, we have a furnace with a value of $3,500.
A furnace?
A furnace. Yes, and do you like to go to, many people like to go to musical theaters for entertainment.
Yes.
Drum roll, please. There will be a set of Hamilton theater tickets that are up for auction.
The show Hamilton?
Yes, the
Because
show.
those are hard to get. Bill, how did you get your hands on those?
I don't know. but
You don't wanna know.
Someone did.
That's great. Those are going to go fast.
And that's like the whole auction is that stuff comes from far and wide. We don't know who the donators are because it might have been one of the 70 people that are involved in collecting items. So yes, it's...
So just a reminder, though, that the auction is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, November 23rd. And because these items could be auctioned off at certain points of the day, it's important that people tune in frequently and bid frequently because you never know how fast it's going to go.
From 10 a.m. till 12 at night?
12.
Yes.
Yeah, so that would be 12 a.m.?
But the items will be listed
Okay.
on the website.
Perfect. So,
So we will know when they're going to come up for auction.
And we know when exactly to tune in. All right. Well, I want to get that furnace. So let's assume I've made the successful bid. I got on the phone. I called in. I made my bid. I won. And
Ding,
now
ding, ding.
I'm trying to figure out how to get it. How do we get our stuff?
So you can pick up your items the next day at the East York Civic Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll have many volunteers because this is a volunteer-run auction who will be there to help you pick up the auction that you bid for and won successfully on the Saturday.
Fantastic. Wow. We need to talk about the dedication of the people who help run this thing every year, right? You've got how many volunteers?
The number is going to approach about 300 over the entire weekend. Not to mention all the work that has to be done prior to the auction. So it's a long process, and the preparation itself takes a lot of people as well too. But the actual weekend itself, we have to feed them. We have, the production company. There are many people that have put their time in. Some of the people that are on television donate their time as well too, and they're professionals. So we've been very fortunate over the years that we've developed a kinship with many people that come back every year.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think because the energy of the Rotary is so positive, people just want to be a part of it. And it doesn't feel like work when you're pulling something of this magnitude together. It almost feels like fun, doesn't it?
It is fun.
It is fun. Oh, good. I'm glad you said yes.
Saturday is a very, very energetic day. Everybody feels good about what they're doing, and we know what the cause is. And so yes, and we've had over the years high school students, we've had the air cadets, we've had so many different groups of people that have come in and devoted their time to the auction for us as well too.
And I love that people like Lita are coming in and picking up the torch and carrying it. And who knows how it's going to evolve over the next few years, because technology is always changing. But what stays the same is people care, and people want to donate, and people want to buy, and you raise so much money every year. It's so great. Do you want to mention any of the clubs, the charities that the money's going to go to?
Actually, there's a few. We've got Operation Eyesight. They do cataract surgeries for people in India that otherwise would be blind. Wood Green Community Services, which is a massive organization in East Toronto that help newcomers, people that are down and out, their homeward bound facility. We have Food Share East York, East York Strategies, which is an after-school program put together by 3 different churches in East York. You have Urban Peace Program, which is a very, very well-established, founded by Rotary once upon a time, that help people before they go to jail. Habitat for Humanity, we all know that. Agincourt Community Services, WASH Project, high school scholarship programs. We all have different high schools that we support. Adventures in Citizenship, the Toronto East General, which is now Michael Garron Hospital, Scarborough Community Renewal Campaign, and we run or we're part of a breakfast program for students, which is so important. So this goes on. There's many others as well too.
Can't wait. Saturday, November 23rd, 10 a.m. till 12 at night. And the auction or the website once again is?
It's rotaryonline.auction.
rotaryonline.auction. Well, there you have it. The 2019 Rotary Online Auction from Toronto is happening on Saturday, November 23rd. Super easy to do. It goes from 10 until midnight. And with all of those great items coming up on the GTA, you're going to want to bid high and bid often. First thing to do, go to rotaryonline.auction. That will set you up where you can watch the live stream. You can even watch on your mobile phone. So bidding is easy. You just call the toll-free bid phone number and get those items that you love. You can also follow along on Facebook, so go to Rotary Club Auction on Facebook. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Saturday, November 23rd.